Kolyma refinery has resumed production. This year, the enterprise processed more than 6 tons of gold and a ton of silver, and wages are being paid on time. At the end of 2013, heavy debts to subsoil users were discovered at the plant. Almost 2 tons of gold disappeared, and artels in Kolyma and Yakutia were affected. They have not received any precious metals or money for it. Now the investigation is ongoing while security has been tightened at the plant itself. The management and the entire security service have been changed. Ludmila Sherpakova will tell more. Every employee at the Kolyma refinery now has to pass through this frame. It measures the amount of metal in the human body. Each employee has been provided with a special passport, which even takes into account the presence of gold teeth. From time to time, the computer gives a signal, after which people are searched manually.
The only metal item he has is his internal access card. Chip card or proximity card. His metal image is already specified in the computer.
Unprecedented security measures were taken at Kolyma refinery. The plasterboarded walls in the corridor have been replaced with concrete ones. Employees can enter the workshop only with a special access card, whilst video cameras and tracking sensors are installed everywhere. The new management of the plant appointed this spring has thus decided to eliminate even the slightest possibility of removing the precious metal from the plant. Meanwhile, it is still unclear what happened to 2 tons of gold. Investigators are now looking into this issue. Large shortage at Kolyma refinery has badly affected gold miners in the region. Nikolai Derezhnets, Polyvaya Artel director, claims that the enterprise lost 152 kilograms of gold and 263 kilograms of silver in 2013. His loss amounted to 250 million rubles. He had to take out a multi-million loan from the bank to pay off wages and start the new flushing season. The interest alone has already accumulated to 6 million rubles.
We've paid 12,700,000 rubles of MET on this gold. But there is no gold. And we've paid off the MET, but there's neither 12,700,000 rubles nor an advance payment. And we had to pay off the advance fee and take out a loan. In other words, it was a total disaster.
The situation is the same for another 30 gold mining enterprises in Kolyma and Yakutia. There is no gold, no money either. Vladislav Vyaktistov, the former director of the plant, who is also the main suspect in the criminal case, is just shrugging his shoulders. He can't really explain what happened to the precious metal.
It's all in the slags, linings, in the industrial products.
2 tons?
And the main trouble is Kinross. Well, there was a low content. Everything was discarded. There was no full extraction.
Obviously, 2 tons of gold worth around 4 billion rubles could not have disappeared without a trace. The FSB is now investigating the circumstances of the incident. They have not yet commented on the situation, but informed sources have reported that a pyramid scheme was implemented at the enterprise, where some gold miners were paid off at the expense of others, and the precious metal was stolen at the same time. It's interesting that the former head of the plant, Vladislav Vyaktistov, was raising well-bred racehorses at the company's expense, for example. They are Vyaktistof's property. Some are valued at tens of thousands of euros. The former director is now the head groom on this farm.
It's Byron. Well, don't do it. It's not your turn.
Is he a purebred as well?
Well, that's a pretty good one.
A completely purebred one?
Yes.
How much does it cost?
Well, I told you. I get the equestrian world. Byron. Oh! Up!
Oh.
I get equestrian world and there's an exchange. They sell them there every time.
Yeah.
And those ones are standing in Germany and so on and so forth. And I told you the price.
I mean, thousands of euros. The new management of the refinery denied owning the horses, and the company immediately removed them from custody. These premises are to be demolished, but what will happen to the horses is not yet clear. The fate of the 16 races remains in question. According to the new management of the enterprise, to regain the trust of subsoil users is a much bigger challenge. Everything in the factory is now under the watchful eye of security guards.
More than half of the staff have already undergone special psychophysiological examination, popularly called a polygraph. Well, there is serious work to be done with the staff as a result of all these inspections. So we hope that the plant will develop.
Subsoil users are gradually resuming their work with the Kolyma refinery, although production volumes are still well below the target. The Kolyma refinery is capable of refining 30 tonnes a year.
Today, about 7 tonnes of gold are processed at the plant. Therefore, we expect the plant to gain momentum. Furthermore, the company is in search of new technologies, and it's making efforts to achieve this goal. And I hope that we will attract our subsoil users, especially from Kolyma, as well as our neighbours from Yakutia and Chukotka, to work more efficiently with the Kolyma refinery.
It is not yet clear when the investigation into the missing 2 tonnes of gold will be completed. Subsoil users who have lost the precious metal one by one apply to arbitration courts insisting on payment of debts. This is now only possible by instalments and on the condition that the gold continues to be handed over for refining. Ludmila Shebakova, Rustam Akhmatov, Vesti Magadan.